Hey everybody, it's Greg Harrelson again with Abe Safa, and here we are, of course, on Tuesday doing our live Facebook, session via the Real Geeks Mastermind Group, and the Real Geeks Mastermind Group. I've been in a lot of Facebook like exclusive groups, or I should say, closed groups. Um, in the Real Geeks group, Abe, I don't know if you would agree with this or if you've got a lot of experience with this, but there's no doubt that there is more activity and sharing going on in this group than a lot of the groups that I've seen. And so I just want to acknowledge everybody for that. It's a live group, it's an active group, and it's a helpful group. So let's keep all that going. Um, Abe, thank you again for for showing up and helping me out with this. And today we're going to talk about traffic. And I'd love to kind of give some people some ideas on how they can generate some traffic to their Real Geeks website. And we could talk about some paid ways to do it. And I can give you a little bit of ins and outs of what my experiences are, but also maybe mention some to your Real Geeks site for free. There are definitely ways to do it to increase engagement, increase the number of leads that you're getting, the size of your database, and you can do it for free for those of you that are worried about a budget. So let's just go ahead and kick it off, Abe. I'll start with one. I think today will probably be a little bit more of a kind of a list builder where we'll build a list, and hopefully those that are listening will take some notes, and you can kind of build a list of things that you can be doing. One of the ways that you can drive traffic to your Real Geek site that I feel is underutilized, and I'll tell you why I feel like it's underutilized. I will see real estate agents on Facebook, and they're sharing a listing. Maybe it's their listing, and they're sharing their listing, and they're sharing it from Zillow. It's like they'll take the link of their listing from Zillow and they'll share it on their Facebook page. Now, when it comes to creating content, I do agree you should be creating content, and I believe that's a way to create content. It is extremely simple, but my challenge with that is when somebody clicks on that link and they go to Zillow, if they were to click on like talk to a real estate agent, they're not going to go to you. They're going to go to your competition. And there are a lot of people that will click on that link and you will drive traffic to, in that case, Zillow, but we could say realtor.com, and we could say, I'm not picking on Zillow. It's just anywhere that you're driving traffic and you are not the owner of that website, or at least you're not going to get the leads from that, I would not advise. So on every listing on your Real Geeks website, all you have to do is find your listing, and there will be a little button that says share. And you hit the share button, and it'll share it right to the Facebook page of your choice. So you could share it to your personal Facebook page. And then now all of a sudden, if people do click on that, they're clicking on that and going to your website. That's way better than clicking on it and going to, say, a competitor's website or a Zillow website. So that's the first thing that I would say to you is make sure you understand that when you're promoting listings on your website, make sure, or listings in general, make sure that you're promoting them from your website so the traffic goes back to your website. That would be an example of a free way to drive traffic. Now, to me, doing that one time is insignificant. What you would really want to do is you'd want to say, okay, every Monday at 10 o'clock, or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, whatever time it would be, you want to pick a date, have it in your calendar, and just say it be a reoccurring event. And the reoccurring event should be in your calendar. Post 3 new listings from my website onto Facebook for free. Or if you got a company page, a business page, post it on there and do it for free. Matter of fact, post it on your personal page, share it from your personal page to your business page, or in reverse, post it on your business page and then share it to your personal page. So then people that are on see you on a personal level, they see that you just shared it from your business page. They click that link. Not only are they on your business page now, and they could like that, but they can actually go to your website. That's driving free traffic. Any thoughts on that one, Abe?
Yeah, man, I think that's a big one, Greg. I'm not sure why agents do that. Like, why would they send a link to a Zillow or a Realtor.com as opposed to their own website? Right? Like, to me, that always confused me a little bit. But absolutely, you want the traffic all coming to your website.
Yeah, I do think, by the way, I do think that it's sometimes they think it's easier. I don't think that they're thinking it through,
right.
far enough. I think it really comes back to it's sometimes it's easy to do that. And some people don't realize how easy it is to find their listing. What I would be doing is, once you have an MLS number, you could just Google, you can find it with the MLS number on your own website, and then you just share it.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that.
Absolutely. So a lot of the stuff I'm going to bring up today has to do with video.
Okay, great.
I'm going to throw a stat at you right now. So according to Inman, 86% of home buyers use video search to research a particular community, okay, before they purchase, and 70% of them use it to actually tour the inside of homes.
Say that again. Say those stats again, please.
86% of home buyers use video search to research a particular community.
Wow.
So yeah, so I mean, if you don't have community pages, then you need to start building them, right? So build community pages, have some pictures on there, the amenities. It's going to drive more traffic to your website. Have a video on there, put it on YouTube, and then also embed it into your website on the community page as well. People are using, I don't have to say, but people are using video more and more, and it's going to continue to grow. So I think we have to make sure that we start using more video and incorporating video into our websites, our community pages. And then 70% of it, this one really surprised me. I wasn't surprised about the 86% looking at community, but 70% of them are using it to tour the inside of homes. So when they see a home that they like, they're actually searching for a video of it on YouTube or somewhere else to be able to get a nice video of the insides, if it's not already in a link on Zillow or on their website already. So video is crucial. So really start incorporating as much as you can in every single thing that you do.
Yeah. So basically what you're saying there, is that knowing that so many people are searching for video. So a lot of that's YouTube stuff, right? And they're searching, or if they're doing any searching on any platform and they have an opportunity to actually watch a video versus just scroll the pictures, it tells us more people are interested in the video than they are anything else, especially just the written content. I still believe that there should be some written content, but what I'm hearing you say is you should do videos of neighborhoods, put them on YouTube, then take that same YouTube video and embed it on your Real Geeks website. So technically you got it in two places. If people are just on your website, they can watch video, but they could also go onto YouTube, find the video, and then through the description or the video itself, you may say, go to my website, whatever your domain is, or in the description, you would link to your website so people can actually come through YouTube, from YouTube, click on a link, and then get to that neighborhood page on your website, which also houses a video. So those are really good techniques. That's a really good strategy. And again, I know it takes time, but it's free in the terms of nothing we just said would require you to pay, to buy, to pay anybody. You can do this all yourself. And by the way, it doesn't take the highest quality videos. Like it doesn't require that you go hire a videographer and you pay thousands of dollars or even $800, $500, whatever it would be in your marketplace. It doesn't require all that. You could literally do you could do a video from your office just featuring that neighborhood and just have a few pictures that come in and out while you're actually talking. You wouldn't even have to go to the neighborhood to do it. You can do it from your off, feature in the neighborhoods. The key is going to be the title, You know, how you title it, so people could identify that it's something that they're looking for. It's a keyword that they're searching. As long as you got it titled correctly and the content is consistent with the title, you're good to go. You're good to go. I'm going to take a different route that a lot of people don't, think of. Is there's a website out there called patch.com, patch.com, patch.com. Patch.com is a free blog site. Now you can go on there and blog on patch.com. You can add a picture of your listing. You could add a description. You can embed links to your website, and you just publish the blog, and there's no cost to it. At least in every market that I'm in, there's no cost to do that. Now you may ask, well, why would they let you do that? Well, because the more blogs they have on it, the more traffic that website gets on it, and the more they can sell advertising to people that are looking to advertise and monetize other traffic. So there's a revenue model for patch.com. It just doesn't come from us who are going to blog on it. So you could take a new listing or one of your favorite listings, maybe ask somebody in your office if you have no listings, and blog it on patch.com. Link it to your website. So maybe you put in your calendar every Tuesday. You may not do everything that we're talking about, but these are things that you can do. Every Tuesday, you could actually go to patch.com, blog one listing, link it to your website, share a few other properties on your social media page, your Facebook page. Now you're putting yourself in position to get free traffic. Now, for those of you that know anything about SEO, from what I understand, Patch doesn't offer a follow, link. It's a no follow link. So there might not be a lot of SEO juice or any at all that will go to your website. But today we're talking about traffic. The other blog site that you could go to that you would have to kind of pay some sort of annual fee, maybe it's $300. I'm not sure what it is, called Activerain. Mm-hmm. And Activerain is another blog site. You could blog your listings, unlimited blogging of your listings, or featuring, like, let's just assume for a moment you go and do that neighborhood video Abe's talking about, and then you put it on your website. Well, you can then use that video and blog back to your website with that video and some written content about a neighborhood. So if people are searching, it shows up in the search engines, they click, and then they go to your website. Again, patch.com, activerain.com. These are blogs that you can use to drive traffic to your website. You have anything else, Abe?
Yeah, another one is using links, cross-linking. So you should have a Google My Business page, right? That should be set up. That should have a link going back to your website. All your social media should have links going back to your website. So a lot of times agents don't use links enough to send people back and forth to their YouTube channel, back over to their website. So I would use that a lot more as well. Just kind of keep them in the ecosystem, whether they're going from social media back to your website, searching for property, over to a video in YouTube. Just have it all within your ecosystem.
Yes. Yeah. It brings me, it reminds me, a lot of real estate agents do not ever, they never fill out their profiles on some of the free sites. Like for instance, realtor.com, fill out your profile. I'm not saying go buy leads from them. That's a different conversation, but you could fill out your profile. You could go to realtor.com, and there, if you go to realtor.com or Google your name, realtor.com probably already shows up for your name, and they have your name on a page, but then there's no additional information because you haven't claimed your profile and filled it out. You can do that for free. And in most cases, these profiles will allow you to put your website domain, your URL in your profile. So if people are Googling your name, and I suggest everybody on Real Geeks should Google their name. You should all Google your name and dig through the first 50 results. Like, go through the first 10, then the next 10, and every link that has your name, click on it and see what's there. A lot of times you may see, and I don't know if this is accurate or not, and if Movado allows you to do it, but you may see like a Movado.com, And if you click on movado.com, you'll see that it'll have your name and then no information. I mean, if I Googled and looked at that page, I'd wonder if you're still in business. So what you want to do is you want to make sure any free profiles you can fill out, you fill them out. A lot of times they allow you to link to your website. And then if somebody's actually Googling your name and I go to that particular website, I see a little bit about you. Okay, well, let me click here. Now I'm on your website. That's driving traffic to your Real Geek site at no cost for free.
Yeah, especially companies like like Homelight, for example. Those guys are spending a lot of money. They're getting up there in their rankings. So when someone Googles your name and all of a sudden your Google profile shows up with all your reviews, then your Zillow profile shows up with all your reviews, Realtor.com, and then Homelight shows up, and they'll typically advertise for terms like top agent in Myrtle Beach.
Yes.
Right. So it's great when your name comes up, Homelight top agent in Myrtle Beach, and then it says Abe Safa next to it. So you want to fill out your profile for every single site that you possibly can. It literally just takes a couple of minutes to do. And just like you said, and I think, and it's there forever. Right. Mm-hmm. So the residual benefit is going to keep coming from that couple of minute investment in it.
Yeah, that's really, so let's maybe shift over and take a few minutes on, on some paid. So we just talked about some ways that you can drive traffic and, free. So for those of you that maybe just got a Real Geeks website and you're wondering, what can I do to drive traffic? Okay, great. There's some ideas right there. Then there's also paid versions. There's paid variations of driving traffic. Obviously, one of them, and one that I would suggest, is you should check out, PPC. If you're looking at paid traffic options, you definitely should look at PPC would be one of them. That'd be a high on the list. And if you're going to consider PPC, I think it just makes sense that you would consider Real Leads, which is a Real Geeks PPC product. They drive leads, to the system for you. And the reason why I would say that is because they know the Real Geeks platform so well. So it's easy integration. They know what works, what doesn't work. They drive traffic. It seems to be a good price per lead. And so that would be the first option. Then there's other PPC people out there, management companies out there. They all are going to charge a fee for you to manage. So that fee is going to go directly to the company for the services that they rendered. And then you'll have to do some sort of budget on top of that management fee where you'll pay them a certain amount or give them a certain budget where they can go and pay Google to drive traffic to your website. And then you can get some conversion. Now, a lot of people will argue. I mean, the debates on this could get really nasty. It always does. And that is, well, which person does the best on PPC? Who's got the highest quality leads? And I just want to tell you, every new lead you have is somebody's old lead. Every new lead that you get from any source is somebody else's neglected lead. So to me, there's really not a better source than another when it comes to PPC. PPC are somebody's choosing a search term, they're advertising for it, and they're generating a lead. There's the PPC management companies are not sitting here saying, okay, I'm going to choose this search term, and I'm only choosing people that are serious. Like, there is no criteria to say I want to weed out all the non-serious people. So if you're doing PPC in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and your PPC is you're advertising for the term Myrtle Beach homes for sale, then most PPC managers, if they're going for Myrtle Beach homes for sale, are capturing the same exact people. It's the people that are searching it. They're not like, one is not capturing the one that's searching it plus the one that's serious. They're all capturing the one that's searching it. So what the debate amongst lead companies and agents say this company's leads don't convert, and companies say these agents never call the leads, that's why they don't convert. Now, I have experimented with so many different lead services, and the only thing that really improved my conversion is when we improved our internal systems on how we handled our leads, how we managed our leads. So I think PPC is an investment a lot of people should be making if they've got the right infrastructure to handle all their leads. But it's an expense if they throw money at it, they get leads, and then they don't call them, they email them. Like a lot of people will get leads and say, these leads stink. But then I ask them, well, can you tell me what your system is? Yes, I get a lead and I don't want to harass people. So I get a lead and I email them. And if they email me back, then I will call them. Your conversion is not going to be nearly as good as somebody gets a lead and calls them. So it's not the lead quality that's going to be different. It's going to be the system's quality that's going to actually dictate one's conversion. So again, PPC would be the first thing that I would go to, Real Leads, a service like that, if I wanted to buy leads. But understand, your systems for conversion is what dictates your conversion ratio, not the lead source itself.
There's no question about it. That's a great point. And yeah, PPC, I think, is a staple. I think you have to start there. Another one is Facebook ads.
Yes.
So we've done a really good amount of business just running Facebook seller ads. And Real Geeks is one of the best actually websites that I've seen in helping run Facebook seller ads.
Yeah.
The ability to create a custom page per community that Real Geeks has, you don't see in many other software. So I mean, it gives you the tools, and it works. So running, if you're in need of some seller leads, I would 100% be doing Facebook seller ads right now.
Yeah. Yes. I agree. I agree 100%. I mean, so there's a guy named Ken in our office, Abe. You know who that is?
Yeah.
So, he's he's very structured. I mean, I don't know personally how structured he is. I'm going to assume based on business, he's probably very systematic and kind of very, organized. I could be completely wrong, but based on my assumption, I thought he might be good at giving some seller leads to, because I believe he would call them immediately. I believe he will follow up with them. And then I believe that he will nurture them. So I believe those three things. So just understand that: call immediately, follow up frequently, and nurture forever. That's for a seller lead. I think I started this on last Wednesday with him, and he's getting ready to go on his second listing appointment right now. And he hadn't had 100 leads. That's probably 20. And he's going on his second listing appointment. Again, people like, well, what do you mean? How do you get several leads? It's called, what's my home worth?
Right.
It's the widget within Real Geeks. What's my home worth? Oh my God, that doesn't work. No. It's not the lead source. It's the system. Calls them fast, follows up frequently, and nurtures forever. That right there, those little 3 points is why he's got 2 listing appointments with only about 20 leads generated at an average cost of under $3 per lead. Yeah. So let's just say $60 for 2 appointments, listing appointments. The first appointment he's already went on, they're on the fence. They're not really sure if they're selling, but it's like they're really close to listing. So if not, it's a listing within the next couple of months. It appears. Don't know about the second one, just know that he's got a second one. So that's an idea that there is a cost to it, but it's a low cost. The cost for leads is never the issue. The cost of poor follow-up is always the issue. That's where the cost is.
Right. And knowing Ken, besides those 2 appointments, he probably, did you say 20 leads, 30 leads? Yeah. How many was it?
I think it's roughly 20 in the last week.
Yeah. So out of those 20 leads, he's probably spoken to 14 of them. I'd say 70% communication, right?
That's true too. Yeah.
Set 2 appointments. And out of the 14 people, I would say he put another 4 or 5 into his database.
Oh yeah.
By getting their email address. So this is future business down the road.
That's right. Market activity reports, home bot reports, all
Right.
of that. So he's going to nurture them forever.
Right.
So he'll pull additional business. Well, good. Well, I think we did our job there, Abe. We did a combination between some free leads and some paid leads, and then broke down like some of the challenges with the paid leads and how you can, make sure that you're really getting conversion out of it. So unless you have anything else to say, that'll be a wrap. And if for the rest of you that are listening, please, two things. Number one, make some comments down here so we can answer them. If you have any questions or want some additional information, we'll monitor the Facebook page and do that. And then if you want to get more of this information and start really turning your Real Geeks website into a money machine, then check out Real Geeks Mastery. You definitely want to help allow Abe and I to coach you on how to monetize this Real Geeks website so you can really, really improve your lead flow as well as your conversion. It's called Real Geeks Mastery. If you don't know where to find it, just direct message us and we'll give you the information. Abe, thank you so much, man.
Enjoyed it, Greg.
All right, bye.